Former CIA and retired Army colonel says Grusch's claims are true. Non-human intelligences, NHIs, are behind some UFOs. Since the July 2023 historical UAP hearing, the disclosures, the UFO community has been in quest to discover more about whistleblower David Grusch's claims, which he was not comfortable discussing during the hearing. He declined to provide this information publicly, but claimed to have shared it with the intelligence committees and the Inspector General, and suggested discussing it in a closed environment. I don't know why he didn't say it in the hearing. Anyway, now during the hearing, Representative Tim Burchett asked David Grusch if the U.S. government had become aware of evidence of extraterrestrial or otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence. Grusch preferred using the term non-human intelligence, NHIs, to keep the aperture open scientifically. He mentioned that evidence of such intelligence dates back to at least the 1930s. His testimony highlights that the U.S. government had been concealing evidence of UFOs and indications of non-human intelligence, NHIs. Interestingly, Inspector General Thomas Monheim is now at the top of the list, which knows every hidden information on UFOs and NHIs Grusch could not share. Representative Tim Burchett posted on X, formerly Twitter, about the UAP, the unidentified aerial phenomena, what we call UFOs, hearing, mentioning that David Grusch could not provide specific information about UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering programs. Grusch suggested that the Intelligence Committee's Inspector General, ICIG, might have the details. Burchett and his colleagues wrote to the ICIG to request these details. And the letter says, Dear Inspector General Monheim, on July 26, 2023, the House Oversight and Accountability Subcommittee on National Security, the Border and Foreign Affairs, held a hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs. During the hearing, Air Force veteran and former intelligence officer Mr. David Grusch declined to answer several questions in a public setting, stating that the information requested was classified and would need to be conducted in a SCIF at the appropriate classification level. Specifically, Mr. Grusch could not provide the names or titles of individuals with first-hand knowledge of or direct access to UAP crash retrieval programs. Similarly, Mr. Grusch could not provide the names or titles of individuals with first-hand knowledge of or direct access to UAP reverse engineering programs. However, Mr. Grusch testified that he provided this information to the intelligence community, IC Inspector General's office. Considering Mr. Grusch's testimony was under oath, we request answers to the following questions. 1. Which intelligence community members, positions, facilities, military bases, or other actors are involved with UAP crash retrieval programs directly or indirectly? 2. Which intelligence community members, positions, facilities, military bases, or other actors are involved with UAP reverse engineering programs directly or indirectly? Please respond to these questions by September 15, 2023. If the information requested in the questions above contains classified material, we request access to this information in a secure setting no later than September 26, 2023. Ross Coulthard quoted Burchett's tweet, suggesting that if there's a future hearing on UAPs, Intelligence Community Inspector General Thomas Monheim should be the first witness called to testify under oath. Grusch claims that his allegations were investigated by the ICIG and supported by first-hand witnesses, and Coulthard believes it's essential to ask the ICIG about this during a potential hearing. Grusch has the support of many individuals in authority who believe he is an authentic person. In this June 2023 edition of the Debrief, authors Leslie Keane and Ralph Blumenthal mentioned Carl Neal, a retired Army colonel and aerospace executive who worked with David Grusch, and characterized Grusch as a beyond reproach. Nell speaks highly of Grusch's integrity and credibility in his role as the Army's liaison for UAP task force from 2021 to 2022. Grusch left the government on April 7, 2023 in order, he said, to advance government accountability through public awareness. He remains well supported within the intelligence circles, and numerous sources have vouched for his credibility. His assertion concerning the existence of terrestrial arms race occurring sub rosa over the past 80 years, focused on reverse engineering technologies of unknown origin, is fundamentally correct, and the indisputable realization that at least some of these technologies of unknown origin derive from non-human intelligence, that is NHI, said Carl Nell, the retired Army colonel who worked with Grusch on UAP task force. In an interview with Chris Williamson, Eric Weinstein, PhD in mathematics physics, Harvard University, discussed UFOs and secret government stuff. He thinks that these UFO stories are not just from David Grusch, but lots of people. He also believes that there is a hidden story or secret group, like a secret government, involved in all of this. He finds it strange that some people who claim to have seen UFOs seem very serious about it. He suggests that the goal might not be to tell the truth or hide it, but to confuse everyone with a lot of information and lies. This could be a tactic to make it hard to know what's really going on. He also thinks that maybe the US government is using advanced technology, and when people see strange things in the sky, they might think it's aliens when it's really secret American technology. Eric Weinstein also wonders if there's super secret technology that we're not allowed to know about because it would be too amazing. He even talks about the idea of a secret group inside the government that's obsessed with UFOs. In short, he's saying that there's something going on with UFOs, but we don't know exactly what it is. In the article of USA Today, published August 31st, 2023, Jim Semivan, a retired operations officer of the CIA, and Christopher Mellon, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, both said they found Grusch's testimony to be credible. Mellon said, "A claim as extraordinary as that requires exceptional, extraordinary proof, yet there is clearly a substantial basis for these claims. The immense national security and scientific implications warrant additional congressional investigation." Semivan's interest in studying UFO phenomena extends back several decades. He has been actively involved in advocating for the disclosure of information about UFOs, UAPs encounters, and their potential significance. Semivan's involvement into the STARS Academy of Arts and Science aimed to make the public aware of the reality of this phenomena. "There's no way it's Chinese, it's not Russian, and it sure as hell is not ours, because these craft, we've seen these things for over 80 years. Semivan said, "What we have here is something very odd and very unusual." Semivan readily admits that the phenomenon does not fit into scientific method. It's unpredictable and it has no agreed upon vocabulary. Yet it's very real, and what actually it is, I think, is anybody's guess. Both Mellon and Semivan expected that when bipartisan support, the military and the government is sharing what they know, more and more people will become open to the idea that UAP, UFO, whatever they might be, really exist. And this is on House and Wise by Vicky Verma. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.